Welcome back to episode 3 with my journey from Newport Beach, California up to Deadhorse, Alaska. On the map you're viewing, we're approaching section E, which is near Whitehorse in the Yukon. Then we're going to continue on to Fairbanks up to Deadhorse, Alaska. And this is where the journey gets quite difficult as the roads begin to become dirt and really a mess. Well, I am leaving British Columbia, Canada, and I'm heading towards the Yukon. Weather's been great today.
It just started raining a little bit ago, but it's been great, 60, 65 degrees all day. And we've got a lot of miles to make up from my detour to Stewart last night. I think today will end up being a 650 mile day. I've already got 400 in. We're almost to Watson Lake in the famous signpost where I'm going to leave an item behind. And then we've got to head to Whitehorse from there, another 250 miles. Fortunately, I have daylight in my advantage here. It stays long, or it stays light pretty long this time of the year. It looks like sunset's around 10 o'clock up here, and sunrise is about 5 a.m. or 4:30. So we're getting pretty far north, and looking forward to crossing the 45-degree parallel here soon in Fairbanks area. Well, we're in the famous Watson's Lake signpost area. If you've never heard of it before, it's where people from all over the world visit, and they leave license plates, personal signs, street signs. In this case, we got a record by the monks of Weston Priory. I must have missed that on the top 40. But there's supposed to be over 70,000 different signs here. I've also heard it's the place with the most stolen items anywhere in the world. I'm going to take their word for it that there is 70,000 here.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down.
Well, I'm about to have another interesting trip. I brought enough spare gas to get me another 35 to 40 miles. The distance between Watson Lake and Whitehorse is 275 miles. My tank will get me 220 miles. With my spare gas, that's 255 miles, so we have a bit of a problem. The issue I'm having is I think I started off my trip too early in the year. I wanted to do that to avoid all the traffic, but because of that, a lot of the gas stations aren't open yet. So even if they are on the map, they're closed. And so my hope is I'll run across something along the way that's open. I also found out that I hadn't checked my tire pressure since California, so I only had 25 pounds of pressure in the bike. I noticed that going downhill I was losing speed if I didn't apply the gas. So I just put more air in the tires, and that should get me a little bit further. I would have liked to have known that before I gassed up last time, but better that I found it now. I have about 3/4 of a tank of gas left, so we'll see how far we get.
Get no sleep.
I'm just east of Haynes Junction, and weather's been good. Mid 30s, no snow, no rain. Other than the occasional semi that I pass, there's really nothing out here. It's really quiet, it's great. Beautiful view of the mountains. We've got about 500 more miles before I make it to Fairbanks. Got to Destruction Bay, heading west on the Alcan, and there were signs up saying about the frost heaves, and it was no joke. There was some pretty bad ones. It went on for about 60 miles. I think I'm almost through it now, but some of them were bad enough. If you're not paying attention on a motorcycle, I could definitely have broken a rim or blew the suspension out of the back end of the bike. Not too nice a day today. It's about 35 to 40 degrees. It's been half snow, half rain. Wind's been blowing 15, 20 miles an hour. And every time I go around the mountain, I'm hoping there'll be some sun, but it's not looking like it today. I'm about 325 miles outside of Fairbanks yet. And yeah, I'll be turning the heat up in the room full blast today when I get there. So I've been on the Dalton Highway now for about 25 miles. It's a beautiful day, partly sunny, probably 45 degrees. The road's in excellent condition actually. It's not much worse than some of the Michigan roads I grew up on, even though it's dirt. I guess I'm lucky it's not raining because it looks like it could be a big mess if it was, but the road's pretty dry. And yeah, I left the comforts of the sunny California weather to come out here. I'm not sure why either sometimes, but I guess because it was here. So we're about 60 miles north of Coldfoot. I had lunch there. We're heading up the Antigua Pass now, and it's pretty famous. It's a narrow winding road, brings us up to about 4,000 feet, and the weather supposedly on their side is pretty snowy. Roads are pretty messed up. So we're hoping we'll make it to Prudhoe Bay, Deadhorse yet today. It is about 3 p.m.
At this point in the trip, I'm almost to Deadhorse, Alaska. I'm very exhausted. It took 15 hours to go approximately 400 miles. My fingertips are pretty numb. Later on, I'd experienced a little bit of frostbite when I got home, where my fingertips took weeks before I could feel them again. But it's definitely been a trip of a lifetime, and I'm glad you could join me. If you remember from episode 1, I was supposed to then turn around and ride from Deadhorse, Alaska back down to Anchorage and fly home. However, you'll have to stay tuned for the bonus video because the Dalton Highway was not going to let that happen, so stay tuned.